thought he was a puncher at first, and I thought, geez, fucking hell, that's sore that is. Was my arm like paralysed? Yeah. And I look back, and there's blood just dripping out my back. So, and he's chasing me with a knife. Started off, yeah. First term pro, when I had a few on my chest or on my neck or whatever. But then I got inspired by Joe Reed, Guilty Royalty, and rest in peace, Joe Reed.
Yeah, man, rest in peace.
Yeah. I've certainly inspired by his tattoos, and I wanted to be covered like that. Not so much in the face as much, but yeah, he inspired me. Forget about it. It was too big. It was too big of a crew. It was dangerous. They would take. You'd be 6 feet under, 100%. You know, they kind of run the area at the time, so I had to accept it. I didn't like it, I had to accept it. He was drinking cocaine.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I told myself I'd never touch it. For 33, 34, just after I retired from boxing. Went on the doors. I'd done door work all through my boxing career just to get some money in on weekends, but I'd done it full time this time. And the place I worked at was full of it. It was full of drugs, so, and I ended up just getting sucked in.
Before we get into this, we're doing over 1 million engagements a month, but most of you aren't subscribed. If you enjoy the content, hit subscribe and follow us on socials. It'll make such a massive difference. Cheers. So you grew up in the 80s, and we found out through your socials and stuff, you were born in Marston Green. Shout out to Marston Green. All legends were born in Marston Green. What was, so paint a picture about the environment and what you grew up in.
Big Rastafarians. We was kind of different to everybody else. Yeah, it is. My dad was 6'4", long dreadlocks, and my mum had dreadlocks as well, and my brother did. So there's like 4 Rastafarians going around the place, and you know, we did get a bit of stick, but you know what, we just kept in our own lane, and it was just all, to be honest, it was a lot of crime. My dad had to do what he had to do to survive, to put food on the table. By all means, the police was at our door all the time. So yeah.
And at that time as well, is it, you have to learn the ropes and learn the streets quite quick to,
yeah,
not only kind of excel, but survive a little bit. We grew up just down the road in Worsley Green, and you know, you've got to be a bit street smart, and you've got to have your head screwed on. What was it like?
Yeah, just, you know what, as I say, all the police was at our door all the time, so it was just surviving from the, my life was literally, looked like it was surviving from the police, because my dad was always getting into trouble. It was always to try and put food on the table, but you know what, driving offences or fighting, you know, or someone that sell us a bike, then it was a nick bike, so it was always going down that route. It was always just defensive.
Yeah.
Defensive, you know, you had to protect yourself, and that was all I was grew up to be, and just, you know, think about just protecting yourself. Yeah.
How easy was it to fall into a bit of a kind of the wrong crowd? Could you handle yourself? Was you a bit naughty?
I was quite at school, to be honest, because I started boxing when I was 10, and it was, I mean, I still feel it to this day, it disciplines you. It makes you want to produce your ability at the right times, and not just, you know, offer everybody out and fight everybody. I've never been that person. So it gave me discipline. From 10 years old, I was kickboxer at first, so I'd about over 100 kickboxing fights as well. So I'd do 7 days a week. 4 days was kickboxing, 3 days of boxing, so I had no rest at all. My dad was pretty regimented, and yeah, he gave us no rest.
I suppose that kept you right out of trouble as well, didn't it? Everyone else was running around doing whatever they're doing.
It did, yeah. For the crimes kind of thing, yeah, definitely. He just had no time, really. Yeah, just I loved it though. I loved that kind of 7 days a week. Sounds a lot, but when you're a kid, you know, you're full of beans, and yeah, you can recover quick and stuff like that. So yeah, I loved it.
Still think it's a real shame that's not something more uniform in schools. Not necessarily defining the point gloves and punching each other in the face, but you know, they do football, don't they? But boxing, martial arts, something around combat sports with like the circuit training, the high intensity training for kids. Like I say, they're full of beans, aren't they?
Yeah, they should be mandatory to get a ring in there, and just a couple of organisations do it. They go around schools. A couple of people I know as well. They go around schools and set rings up and that, and it's brilliant, man. and that's what should be.
We've had Ginge from Shard End on. He's obviously a big advocate for it, but we've lost that. We've lost that the youth centres and the whole kind of. There was a grittiness to it, weren't there, about going to somewhere, and I mean they do a lot of stuff for school holidays and stuff, but he's trying to have that resurgence now to build gyms, and there's gyms about, but they need to be accessible for everyone, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
to keep the kids off
That's
the
what
streets.
they
and
were
stuff.
saying, weren't it, as well?
Yeah.
Over in Handsworth, there's no
great stuff,
the
man.
leisure centres shut down, don't they? And there's nowhere for the kids to go and do what they do, get into trouble.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good work from Ginge, man. Good work.
Yeah.
He's a good guy as well, man.
he's a good
Do a
guy,
lot for
man.
the community, and yeah, I speak to him as well. So
We've got a good the Midlands and Birmingham. We've got a good fighting scene, haven't we? So it's
Yeah.
And I think now with the glamour of social media, which you are a pro at going through your socials and stuff like that.
okay,
I think this is a good side of the social media side to show that you can self-promote and you can be whatever you want to be now without having to go to people to promote you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're good at your social media and you're tidy, or you want to fight and stuff like that. We were speaking to Tommy, weren't we, last week, and the whole self-promoting is just a good thing. I mean, how do you find the socials and stuff like that? Is it hard work to keep on top of?
it can be. It's just I do natural things of what I do in my day-to-day life, so it's not like I'm having to think of something, go at the box and think, what am I going to do today to get views? It's something what I do anyway on a day-to-day. I go to the gym, I do motivational talk, so it's just something it's something in me anyway.
So
So
plunges as well.
yeah, the plunges,
Yeah. How it
Yeah.
is.
the cold plunges, yeah, I love them. Yeah, especially the outdoor ones. Yeah, man.
So, at what point during your boxing training did you realise that there was potential to kind of go further?
Probably about the first year where I was sparring, and I just felt a lot quicker than the average kids, like. So, my forte was speed more than anything, and I was quite athletic. I could do all sports. I could run. I could play football. My physique was pretty much a multi-sport physique. So yeah.
What was your first fight then? What was the first time you?
First fight was actually at the Edgbaston Reservoir. There's a table room there. He was there, and I remember being nervous, bad, because you got expectations. You've been doing all the training. Your dad wants you to win, and but yeah, I ended up winning, and just about. There was tough nights, but yeah, I ended up winning my first amateur fight. So yeah, brilliant. That feeling, just winning that went from there.
Was there a
Look back.
Yeah, was there a moment where you thought, I'm good at this. I might be a
Yeah.
champion one day, or did you always manifest that?
Probably I just do it. I've done boxing just to enjoy the sport, but you never really felt like you was going to be anything. You know what? Because you're so young. Because I started when I was 10, and then probably 13, 14, and then it started to get serious. Started to get to the championships, the NABCs, the ABAs, the nationals. You won the Midlands vests. As soon as you got a Midlands vest, that's when you know you've kind of know you're doing something good, and you got some talent. Without that Midlands vest, you're just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a number.
yeah.
And was it always? Did that feeling ever go? Is it that kind of nerves and the anticipation that ever go? The more you kind of progress.
No, you know what? Some people say the nerves went. Mine never. I mean, I had about 80 odd amateur, and I was nervous for every single one because, I felt I seen it as a good thing, because you know it's important to you. It's important to my dad. Important to you, your fans who are watching you. So that's the only reason why. It was never nervous of my ability. Just the expectations of the outside really. So yeah.
So I always feel like with the fighting scene, there's always a fine balance to going to the other side, and I think you've kind of done that throughout your life, where you've probably got in trouble a little bit, and I know you've been to prison and stuff. Can you kind of explain how that kind of mixed up and how you took that that kind of track, if you don't mind?
It was being involved in gangs. There's 2 or 3 gangs around my area at the time, and one of them was from West Brom. Raiders Crew was called, and we just kept on just bumping into each other, and I didn't really like me growing as a fighter, and them running the area, but I was just doing my own thing. And but if I had a big chain on, I'd fight. I'd win a fight. I'd get 2-3 grand. You know what? Back then it was kind of like good money. Then I'd buy a chain. Then they'd come after me for the chain. They'd never leave me alone. And I just got involved with gangs. And then one time I said, you know what? One of them took my chain off me. I phoned up my mate. I said, let's meet on the grass now in West Brum. So I've got a couple of my other boxing mates. I've got another fighter called Young Nutley, and we're walking down to this field now to get my chain back and have a straightener. And straight away, he's just he stabbed me right in the back with a knife. I thought he was a punch at first, and I thought, jeez, fucking hell, that's sore. That is. Was my arm like paralysed?
Yeah.
And I look back, and there's blood just dripping out my back. So, and he's chasing me with a knife. And the police followed us around there because it was a built up. There was loads of us there, so the police ended up chasing him, arrested him. And then after that, they wanted me to drop the charges. So this crew was serious. So they got me after I was meeting with them to drop the charges. I'm at gunpoint.
Yeah.
And says, yeah. Then went round to my kid's house. My son was like 3 at the time. Pointing at the baby mother and says, you know what, if your man presses charges, you're gonna get it. And this is what I had to deal with around that time. So it was gang life as well, and not trying to get caught up in it. Then the next day you're at the gym and you're kind of separating these kind of
you know what, completely different
worlds. Yeah, you're just trying to switch off, and then or you're trying to earn money because you don't earn that much money, but training not like footballers where they earn money. In boxing, we've got to hustle to earn money.
Yeah.
So all my mates are hustling from the streets, earning money, and I just have to keep, discipline and stay in the gym. So,
how hard was that? How hard was that to stay the course?
It was quite easy because I loved the sport. I knew I was getting better. I knew I had talent. I knew I was going to win a title or something. So I just kept on pursuing it, and I ignored the outside. No matter what I was earning, whether I was dealing or whether I was robbing, you know what, I thought I'll stick to what I'm doing.
How did you train in your team like that, Ranger? And how did they kind of, because you're coming in now, how long did it take you to get over that being stabbed?
It took me about 3-4 months. I was back in the gym, but mentally, they never affected me mentally at all. It was just part of what I seen and what I knew at the time.
Yeah.
So even till today, it's like that's what it was. I say to people, I've been stabbed twice, stabbed in the leg and the back. It doesn't faze me. It is what it is.
Did you get the inclination then to carry a blade?
Never. I always hate people who carry blades. I'm against it because I'm just admire fists that much and just battling, going on the car park and having a one-on-one. And I appreciate anybody does that. Anybody who pulls a knife out or cheats like that,
It's a theme, man. Yeah. It's a theme that we've had with
a
number of people, because it's an epidemic at the moment, isn't it? And it's a theme that we've had throughout that's been underlying through a lot of the chats that we've had.
Everything, isn't it? Yeah, like from D and then Malachi and then say Tommy and Ginge, and it's literally it's an epidemic. And
if you're not as handy as you, I think you're going to be more inclined to think, all right, well, these are bigger boys.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to carry, I think. There's no choice for some people.
That is their mentality, yeah. But if you haven't got the ability to, just don't do what you got to do, just be quiet. No one's... Athletes and people who can fight, they don't really go around shouting it. Yeah. They do it, as I say, they're disciplined in the ring and they show what they're going to do, or they do it in a secluded place on the car park, and it's between them, it's between them. And that's about it, and that's the way I think it should be.
And if trouble comes, you know that you go into that zone and you can finish with it.
It's a fair fight, it's a fair fight. That's the most it's going to be is a few cuts and bruises, that's it. And that's it, shake hands, and but he's just going off stupid now, and I'm against it.
Well, how did you quell that? Because I know that, again, we've had conversations where I'd imagine me being like, well, I want to get him back. I want retribution for this, has freaking stabbed me. How hard is it not to create some kind of a war, essentially? Did you feel there was the time with the idea of going with the lads and sorting it out, or like these guys just not to be messed with?
I'll be honest with you, it's forget about it. It was too big. It was too big of a crew. It was dangerous. They would take. You'd be 6 feet under, 100%. They kind of run the area at the time. So I had to just accept it. I didn't like it. I had to accept it, and just carried on doing my own thing, and never let it affect me.
Yeah.
Tell us about the path to the championship, to the belt. That's a pretty amazing story.
It is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got picked up through some minor offences, and I was in the Winton Green prison probably about 2 months before. Yeah, I was just signed with Ken Purchase and Richard Woodall. They just set up a boxing association at the Asset Villa Centre, and that Don Broadhurst and Jeremy Coxon that was down there, and myself signed for him. And like 2 weeks after, I got picked up through minor offences. So I'm in the Winton Green, and Ken Purchase keeps going to court, trying to get me bail, and then keep refusing him. Refusing me, sorry, bail. And I'm thinking, I've got a fight lined up here now. So third time lucky, my friend had to put up 10 grand bond to get me out. So got come out on tag. My old promoter ended up re-signing me again. He said, come back to us. You got your world title WBF fight. And I was like, I've just found with Ken Purchase, Richard Woodall. Like, don't worry about that, son. I don't know, we got we're in a contract, but so I ended up training. When I was in prison for 12 weeks, I just ended up running around the courtyard all the time, because it was a 23-hour bang up. I was in the old side. Yeah. The old side, with cockroaches running all over the floor. There was holes in the windows. I had no pillar. Like, you had to stuff your clothes in the pillar. When you went to the toilet, there was a blue board. And then you say to your pad mate, on a crap basically, you had to go underneath the blanket like that. And there was no cubicle. It was an open toilet, and the smells, you know what? It was horrendous in the Green. 20 years ago that was. 20 years ago. But then I ended up, something just triggered me to want it even more. And that pushed me to even train harder. And then I ended up winning the world title after that. So
What do you remember of that fight?
I remember it being just in the zone. My friends told me that's the best you ever fought. It's using the zone. Probably because I was incarcerated for so long. Well, 3 months doesn't sound long, but it is when it's part of your training camp.
There's no cubicle on the bog, and you're on stick your head under the blanket.
You don't know when you go. I didn't even know when I was coming out. So the worst thing, I'm remanded, it's worse, because you don't know when you're going to come out. And if you get charged, you know you're going to go about 4 or 5 years. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm here for like, yeah. A shot, but I jogged around at the courtyard every single day. People was crazy, but I say, I got a fight lined up. I'm a boxer. They just say, all right, mate, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, everyone in there saying that.
You ain't no weirdo.
Yeah, he reckons that as well, ain't he, man?
Yeah.
Did you get any grief in there because you were obviously pure, decent nicking you?
I kept myself to myself. Honestly, I didn't talk to no one. I just made sure you go for food at your canteen, and then you just come back, and because people would be robbing your food left, right, centre. You leave your door open, and you come back with nothing there. So I was always aware of that. Yeah.
Quick shout out to Brum Life, our sponsor, for entertainment, news, everything Birmingham. Go check them out on the socials. Search for Brum Life. Cheers. And obviously, food was a staple part of your training at times. So
Oh yeah. The noodles and stuff like that, and the tuna. That was always ordered.
Yeah.
So off the back of that win, then obviously your profile rises. What was that like then, being out and about? Obviously you're a handsome guy as well, out on the town then with a tolt. But what was that like, crying in the Midlands? Was you in Birmingham much?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I went around Birmingham. You know what? You see a bit of he's as you said, profile went up. Ended up buying champagne and living a life basically. And I did live a life as well. I know I say like I could have been a bit more disciplined and not drink. Drink kind of it. I think these 10 odd drugs I've got that. I only drink, so could have been more disciplined. I cut the drink off probably best 4 weeks before, which should have been about 8 weeks before.
Yeah.
But I wanted to live my life as well. So I think I kind of ticked both boxes, living my life and winning a couple of titles. So yeah.
And then going into that, obviously, you're inspirational at the moment because you're clean and sober.
Yeah.
So congratulations to that all the way. That's massive. Tell us about your journey with, was it just drink at the time, or was it drink and drugs? And
It was drinking cocaine.
right, okay.
Yeah. I told myself I'd never touch it. For 30, 33, 34, just after I retired from boxing. Went on the doors. I'd done door work all through my boxing career just to get some money in on weekends, but I'd done it full time this time. And the place I worked at was full of it. It was full of drugs, so, and I ended up just getting sucked in. And I ended up doing it on a weekend, because sometimes you feel tired. I'm like, you know what, I'd have some drugs enough. Yeah, I feel alive, and like, you know what, just it makes me feel better. I could talk more.
Yeah.
It's pretty quiet. And it's got out of control. End up being every day. I'd done it for an addiction for like 8 years. And it got to every single day. And it got earlier. I'd wake up. I used to give myself time, like 6 o'clock I'd go to the pub, and then we start getting then you start to get to 3 o'clock. You start to get to 2. It got earlier, so it got really out of control. My addiction did.
When was the moment when you said, you know what, enough's enough?
To be honest, when I met my partner, she didn't say a lot, but it's crazy because my old partners, they were saying, you've got to stop this, otherwise we're done. You're going to lose this and that. Lose that. Didn't sink in. This partner I'm with now, it just clicked. Like she left me alone just about even more. You know what? She left me alone more. And I think sometimes when people get in your back and tell you to do something, I think you kind of rebel.
Yeah.
And this one left me to do my own devices, and I end up, you know what, I had to walk in this field where I live. And I'm not really spiritual. And I just felt like I tapped into the universe. Like, I'm not, you know what, with that religious or spiritual, but I just felt something from the universe. I said, you know what, this is going to happen. I spoke to the universe. I thought, you know, I've grabbed some strength, and I thought, this is the day now. I'm really going to tune in, and I'm not going to, you know, waver. And I had a strategy, and I'd replace the dopamine in my brain, because my dopamine source is what I needed was quite high, because it was every day, and the cocaine gives you the dopamine spike. So what I done was I replaced it, and I filled the bath up for cold water every single day, and I get in the cold bath for about 3 minutes, and that would replace the dopamine. And then further on in time, I do 3 times a week, then 2 times a week. Now my body doesn't need any dopamine, doesn't rely on it, so I don't even need to
Like weaning yourself off it.
wean myself off it. Yeah.
Did you have to, so we had Paul Tate on, I don't know if you know Paul Tate's story. So Paul Tate was big on drink, even when he was playing football, and drugs, and he's got a mad story that, but he said he had to cut off a lot of his friends and a lot of the situations as well. So the blues, he used to come down the blues and get on it. He said every Saturday, then he used to just go to the park with his dog, sit on a hill, throw a ball for a couple of hours to try and just quell that. Is that something that you felt that you had to do as well? Is there certain people in your life or certain situations that would trigger your cravings to kind of do it?
Exactly the same thing. I had to literally isolate for a good 6 months. I didn't speak to anybody or see anybody. I basically went to the gym, come back home, and sold cars. That's what I do for a living. So I didn't see anybody, didn't talk to anybody. My friends had messaged me, I'd ignore them, and I'd say, you know what, if I'm going to be ignorant, arrogant, it is what it is. I'm going to change, and I'm locking in. And I used to feel some type of way, like I used to have the urges to like feel weird, and like the anxiety used to rise. And like you just said, I had to go for walks and just, you know what, just appreciate where you are in your surroundings, and just peace, because all you want to do is find peace out of addiction. And I found peace, and I still go for them walks now, exactly where I started, and I just gain strength from it.
Do you know what? We've had guests in and around boxing before, and it seems to be the dopamine from fighting.
Yeah.
How you replace that as you retire seems to be important. Obviously, like with the tragedy of Ricky Hatton, he's not the first, he won't be the last, will he? But how difficult it must be. And is there no support within the boxing community to kind of help once you do step away?
None at all. Once you leave, you're done. You know, I understand, because you're supposed to be in control of your own life, and it's your decisions. Your decisions. You know what I mean? You have to suffer the consequences. But replace that dopamine is a problem. Luckily I went from boxing and I went straight into the Channel 4 Repo Man. So I was on debt collecting program, which was very massive. So I had the highest from that.
Yeah.
So it weren't a massive low like most people. So then that went, and then it's like you have to have that buzz, that and then door things and that dopamine.
Yeah.
It's right. It's replacing it, but it's how you channel it yourself.
Yeah.
We've all got to be disciplined. So I don't blame anybody. I blame myself. I don't blame non-networks or whatever. Or they should have done this, should have done that. We're all in control of our own destiny and our mistakes.
Tell us a little bit more about that Repo Man. I've seen some of the episodes of that.
Do you know what? Do you think if that was later on, if that was now, because there's a guy in America and there's all over the social medias that does a similar thing with the cars, but he's tuned into the actual TikToks and the Twitters and stuff, isn't he? And he knocks someone out or someone gets knocked out, and it does massive numbers, doesn't it?
Sean's doing it now. The guy who done it with Sean James, he's massive. Sean James, yeah, he's huge. He's on Amazon. I think he runs the production. He films it now, so he's setting up. A lot of it's staged and that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, ours was like on Channel 4. It was real.
Quick,
So there's entertainment. Yeah. But I get it.
It's kind of divisive though, isn't it? That kind of stuff, because like
But it's like all the Channel 5
can't pay
stuff,
or
isn't it?
take it away and all that kind of stuff.
What they
You're
call
either
it?
like,
Is it like not grief porn? Like poverty porn?
yeah, it was like these stuff with
Like
Benefit Street, wasn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
where it's you either love it and it's very kind of, you just take it for what it is, or it's trash TV, isn't it? I think just seeing a few comments and stuff from yours at the time, people went in, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, we couldn't carry on with Channel 4. Channel 4 had to pull the plug because they were saying Sean James has been to prison. Someone was saying he paint shit my house. Another was saying he bricks his windows. Like Sean got that much stick. Somehow I never. No one. That was anything about me. I'm like, you know, it's like Sean's
He's a
getting
lovely
absolute.
guy.
Yeah, I'm like, he's got a passport. You know what if happened nowadays, they just let it run.
Yeah.
What Channel 4 pulled the plug, and so that was the end of that. But he's quite big now, and I might be back on there soon.
Brilliant.
Yeah, playing a character. Yeah,
Nice.
Class.
yeah.
But yeah, he's a big lad as well. I've seen both of you on it, and you're like, yeah, go on, have my car. You wouldn't even. But some people, I've seen a few of them. Some people are giving it the lip, and
In Scotland, that they don't care in Scotland. Out there is the worst areas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I used to hate them ones that are going up there.
And I think I've seen you saying that when you joined, you were like, Channel 4 are here. You were like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, what I'm getting stitched up here. Is it just make yourself busy or something?
My first day, like he said, yeah, the car's behind, not following us, the camera crew. Oh man. And let's put a car on a flipping recovery truck. Yeah, he said, just pretend there.
Just there kicking the tyres.
Yeah.
So what's that like? You really try not to look at the crew and just go about your day.
It was tough. Yeah.
That's class though, isn't it? That's the trajectory. I mean, so moving forward, what is your ideal job now? Do you love doing the speaking and stuff like that? And
Yeah,
Get into TV now.
Yeah, I've been an actor on a film as well, a short film called Climbing Tree. So, shot that with an MMA fighter from Birmingham. I forgot his name there, but we used an MMA fighter from Birmingham, and myself. So we was the baddies in the film. So, yeah, I don't know what was baddies, obviously. So we've done that, and then I've got into the speaking stuff. The guest speaking stuff is really what it's giving back now.
Yeah,
it's making a difference. So I mean, it's just having a purpose basically, and that's what I want to do. I just fight. If I find a purpose with something that I'm gonna stick to it. So I help so many people out in recovery. I get hundreds of messages a week still off people in addiction. So I love it. Yeah.
that's class, man. I deal with the charity. We had them on here last year, Foundations Change, and they do a lot of people integrating them they're going to the prisons when people are about to get out, and then they help them throughout through sobriety and through homelessness and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's just rife. Homelessness and this kind of thing is rife. So it needs people like you to be showing the way and showing
Lived
that there is
experience,
lived
innit?
experience. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And there's so many people in it now. Like it's getting worse.
Some people are jumping on now because it's like a trendy thing to be.
Yeah, they want to get out of the positions they're in. Even my close mates do, and it's hard, and they're just dragged in, and they're losing everything. And I hear it every day, a story every day, and I score from, and I know it's going to get worse. So, yeah, I keep doing what I'm doing, trying to help as many as I can.
And I've seen on your, I've been obviously stalking you, your proposal. So you're getting married soon?
Yes.
Congratulations.
It's a lot, this one.
Yeah.
Other podcasts, I didn't mention this.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I don't.
I've seen your proposal, man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So is that, do you think that's, oh, you touched upon it earlier, and I know the answer already, that a good woman and a good circle of people around you is super important for an individual or someone like yourself, really, who...
Definitely, yeah. She's definitely the one. We're getting married next year. April Fool's Day, it is. It's easy to remember. Like, yeah.
Well, if you don't turn up, at least you know it was a good
I know,
day.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's planning for that already. She loves it, man. She loves planning for it already. Got a dress and stuff already. So, it's my first time. Yeah.
Brilliant.
First time.
Congratulations.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, she's been my rock, to be honest. She hasn't needed to do a lot. She just let me just express myself and not, you know what, just women saying you can't this, can't that. They're the ones who have been a problem in the past, I think.
Yeah, because you're battling against it. Well, I will do it.
Yeah, you do it in your, you know what you do in your own time. I think I'm only pressuring you and giving you pressure in life. You got to do this, got to do that. Go on that holiday. Got to rent up some money. I think it just causes pressure. You end up having a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Now this girl doesn't. You know, I don't need the coping mechanisms because she makes life easy for me. So, and that's credit to her. So, yeah,
That's class. Beautiful thing. That's class.
Tell us about your tattoos. Got to ask.
Got
We were saying earlier.
Yeah. So how long and how much did we say?
Everyone's to know how much for the fringe.
He's gonna try. You see, I knew he was gonna try and get that while we were recording, but he knows that I'll just edit that bit out. But tell us about your journey in the.
I started off, when I turned pro, I had a few on my chest or on my neck or whatever. But then I got inspired by Joe Reed, Jilted Royalty, and rest in peace, Joe Reed.
Yeah, man. What's the
I was inspired by his tattoos, and I wanted to be covered like that. Not so much in the face as much, but he inspired me. Price wise, I've about 22 grand. It probably doesn't look bulky, but that much hours. I've been tattooed twice, so.
What's your longest sitting?
I only did for like 4 hours. That's the longest. But now, an hour because my body doesn't, it doesn't wrap as it used to. So, yeah,
It's hard work. At the end of 4 hours, isn't it?
My body's just been, my immune system's been challenged so much now. I can't have long sittings because it just rejects, my body rejects the ink.
Did you ever have that? Did you ever have like that tattoo flu after from having a big area? Knock your eyes,
Sometimes.
can't it?
Oh yeah, that's why I've heard AJ had problems because his immune system shut down.
Yeah.
Because he had so much ink.
I realise.
So I had to watch what I was doing. So yeah, I've just got enough now. I'm all right. I'm on the way like now. I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I saw last year as well.
Mexican.
You do the 1.5 marathon.
Yeah.
The Wolverhampton half.
Wolverhampton half marathon. Yeah.
Raise some money for Acorns.
That's right. Yeah. Acorns Children's Hospice. Yeah. I'm raising money for them. Did about an hour 40. Done 2 half marathons and a full one. Yeah. So that was for Brick Hatton Foundation. That was a good one. That was tough. One of the hardest things I've ever done. Running a marathon. It was hard in training camps.
What's the hardest thing about it? Is it the actual endurance or like the boredom or?
It's just the brutal. After 20 miles, your body just shuts down. It packs up. Your knees, your joints, your hamstrings, your feet are absolutely in torture. It's torture.
How do you find that now? Because obviously you're getting on. No disrespect.
Yeah.
We're all getting on. We all get older.
Absolutely, mate, yeah.
And running is, so your knees, and considering you're fighting, you're still active like that, it's really counterproductive to everything else you're doing, isn't it?
It is,
And your joints and your knees, that's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've laid off already now, so I've done my time. I've done 3 marathons, so it's just the treadmills now, or maybe I'll do like a park run at Wolverhampton, and the 5K or 10K. That's the max. You gotta look after your body. Your knees.
You gotta listen, haven't you?
Because you're up, yeah.
Like I said, about 10 years ago, I'd done that half marathon from Wolverhampton to Birmingham.
Oh, did you?
And did you? Yeah. So it's up and down the canals.
Canal, yeah. Yeah.
And you go through the one tunnel and it's dark and you got to try and keep the pace and not fall in.
Talk about that. I was trying to get time, trying to be in my second time because it was second one. And the first one was Sun Coldfield. Second one was that one. And it's this tunnel. It's pitch black in there. There's like there's like bubbles on the floor. And like you go in there, you can't see nothing. You got railings.
Yeah.
And then everyone's walking. People are walking there. I'm thinking, I shouted, well done, I'm trying to get a time here. Just hurry up.
Yeah, try and keep your pace.
Or
But
just
stop and slip
or
over
just do
at
that.
the same time,
Wait,
aren't you?
turn to the side, let people walk past. I had to walk in there. It took 5 minutes off my time. So I was gutted.
Funny story with that. So as you come back into Brindley Place,
Yeah.
you got that last stretch, haven't you? And I thought that we were done when I saw a barge. I don't know why. I thought that was it.
Yeah.
So I've pelted, and there was an older guy in front of me, and I've upped my pace to try and up my time, and it was just a barge giving out like a glucose drink. And I went, "Are we done?" I went,
Yeah.
"No, you got about another however long it was."
Yeah.
So I've had this absolutely broken.
Spent,
This guy's come past me like, "Fuck, you running, sprinting there for?" Then as I got exactly what you said, as I got into Brindley Place, everything shut down, calves, groin.
It's like never ending. When you get into Brindley, I'm like, where's the end? Yeah. I thought that.
Yeah, because then it like everything's giving up on you. You're getting like a T-Rex.
Part of there looks like it's the end. It visually looks like it, and then it's nowhere near it. I'm like, this feels like the end.
Mirages.
It feels like it, but it's not it.
This should be it.
Mirage.
I'm lying down here. This is it.
Yeah.
Mirage of the finish line. Like scantily clad women be there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They've got the thing. They just keep running backwards.
What was your time?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, he done the end of the day.
It was.
Yeah.
I'd just done it. My friend was doing it, and he said, "Do you want to do it with me?" And I trained for it. Didn't train properly.
Yeah.
You know, you're young. You've got momentum. Get through it.
Yeah, that's it.
But that was up and down over the locks.
Yeah. Yes. Tough. Good trap home. Yeah. Good trap.
Yeah.
Competitive.
So so just moving on then. So what's next? So are you involved with the Misfits and stuff?
Yes. Trying to get on the Misfits. I've called out Ty Mitchell. Called out Frankie Gavin. Frankie Gavin's busy doing his own thing. That's not. Yeah. Shared Frankie Gavin. Ty Mitchell. Probably want to fight him.
He's tidy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I seen him the other week on Carla. We had Carla on the podcast, so I watched that specifically and then watched him.
It's
It's tasty, isn't it?
It definitely good. He's one of the best ones. Skillful wise out of all of them. So, I wanted to fight a real boxer. You know, with titles behind him. So even though I'm getting on, he's still on his side. It's a good fight. It's if he beats me, it's a good thing. You know, you beat a former world and English champion. So
Yeah.
Um,
It's a scalp, isn't it?
it is, yeah. So yeah, Misfits or trying to get involved in the VKFC. I'm sitting on the fence for that though. I really am.
I'd seen one of your interviews where you're talking about a fight in BKFC.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a completely different animal to boxing, isn't it?
It is. But it's another discipline. I need to experience something else. But I might be fighting in June on another platform. So we're in talks with that in a minute. So I definitely will be fighting, you know, whether VKFC or World Free Fight League. So there's talks about that there.
What about Peaky Promotions?
Peaky's I got offered to fight on that as well. If the right opponent comes through, I will.
Is that what it's all about? So what's your thought process? We had a chat again with Tommy Hench the other week, and he's out of action for a bit. Funny guy, by the way. But how do you see fights, and how do you just pick someone that you think is, so Ty is probably like for like with you, I'd say?
Yeah.
What's your philosophy?
Ability
Got a bit
wise,
of offer as well, I suppose, didn't you?
yeah. Ability wise, it needs to be some. See, a lot of people in the peak promotion, no disrespect to them, they're not seasoned pros. They're just people going to after street, going to a training camp.
Yeah.
All respect to everybody who gets in the ring, but
Yeah.
you
They
know,
serve that purpose, don't they? Of giving the chance to people.
yeah. But I'm a professional athlete.
Yeah.
I've been a professional athlete for so many years, so it needs to be someone who's the high skill level. And I think I've earned the stripes to have one of these big platforms. So yeah.
So do you fight like someone that hasn't got that background but has got the profile like a KSI, someone like that, would you find that a little bit
No, yeah, I go for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go for them. It's a big platform, so biggest platform is what I want to. It's only that a big platform and nothing. Yeah. So I'm in talks with a kind of a big name. So can't say too much about it because it's not signed yet. But we just work out the weights. Whether I'm gonna give away that much weight. So yeah, that. But yeah, it'll be a unit as well. So
Yeah, and again, just what we we're discussing off camera, sometimes it's you put yourself at a more of a disadvantage to go into that, aren't you? So you put yourself in the lion's den for the sake of, and then if your body says nah in the ring, you're not going to give a good account of yourself, are you?
Yeah, I weighed it up. This person, I should be all right. I should be all right over the rounds. So and the size of the gloves, so we should be all right. But I love BKC. I love the you know what, just knowing that you've got in there and you give it your all. You've had the balls get in there, and just catching it's catching a punch different, coming through the guard. It's a different kind of skill set. So, yeah.
When Connor was on there, when he was saying the difference of getting in the ring and feeling that first punch and getting your bowels rocked from a bare hand is completely different to feeling the glove.
Yeah, that's one experience.
And that's like the wake up then. We go, okay, I'm out.
And you've got to be more. So boxing, you could just be like, da 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 da.
Yeah.
But if
you can't be like, da da da.
No, I'm not.
Tell him, correct him on that.
Yeah, well,
we're gonna sort.
Done something. I don't know what it was.
That's not that boxer boys.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it to you. But he reckons. So if you catch someone in the head, you more or less you're done, ain't you?
Yeah,
For a bit, or you've so you've got to be skillful enough to work around that, haven't you? Whereas, what I was saying about the boxing is you could hit someone on the head a couple of times, like Scrappy do, and you'd be all right because you've got the
adults are not allowed to do that.
No, all right, just we're not getting technical, but I'm just saying you've got to. It's bone on bone, and it
is. It's yeah. Even on the shots to the top of the head, it's a little back of the head, a little grab your elbows in. It's it all drains you.
And you can't start for it either, can you?
No,
there's nothing you can do to
I'm
spar
just intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by it. I mean, I've had enough outside.
Well, yeah, I was going to say,
So it's, I've took punches outside. I know it's a bit different. All the BKC will say, it doesn't matter if you're at a street fight, but it's relating to it still.
It's very close to street fight.
Yeah, of course it is.
Paulie Malignaggi after his one, he was sitting in the hospital in Leeds saying, I've had my orbital bruised. I'm essentially half blind in two eyes because he kept putting his thumbs in my eyes, and the ref just waved it off. Carry on. It's not a boxing match.
Looking at him, that mega trade online, to be honest. I'm not here to get to that.
The look, he'd been hit by the ambulance, didn't he?
Yeah, that's not worth it, man.
But even watching his fight, he's boxing, and obviously technically he's amazing. He's the ex-world champion. But there's no need for that kind of technique in there because the other guy's just getting hold of him.
Yeah.
Getting all over you.
He's having to go again as well, isn't he? So, yeah, he's on BKB this time. He's
that's it,
platform.
Yeah,
man.
That's Tom Ross's crew, like the BKB stuff.
Yeah.
But that's
the mad thing about it. He's had that happen, and he's gone. Actually, I'll have another bit.
Because fighters
don't get it.
Fighters are just crazy though.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, let's do it again then.
Yeah.
So you forget about
that. Like Confronting is in that. Yeah, they're talented, aren't they? Yeah. It's their career. He's always done all his work. You know what he's known for. He's boxing. So he's won already. That's it.
Do you think that again? Though, we were talking about like the boxer trying to can't leave that dopamine alone, can't leave the rush alone.
Yeah.
That even if it means you're ending up in hospital, your head split open for 6 hours.
I agree. I think that's what it is. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So just wrapping up then. So what advice would you give to a lad in the Midlands who's kind of caught up in the cycle or kind of on the path to the way you were before sobriety, and what have you got advice?
You know what? Just it's your environment's key. Your environment's key, and I know sometimes that it's hard to not be with certain friends because you feel isolated and you got nothing in common anymore. You're not drinking, you're not taking drugs together. But you really have to stick in your own lane. You really do, because these people, in the end, it's not if, it's when. It's going to get to them and then they're going to lose everything. So stick to your principles. Stick in your own lane, and don't swerve off. And no matter what, if you feel like isolated or whatever, just know that their time's gonna start coming down. Because all my friends, I love them to bits, but they're still suffering, and a lot of them, the people I used to hang around with the most, they're suffering. I've got good friends as well who don't do it, but that side, my sessioning side, with them, they're still suffering, and I help them out to this day. You know, I don't reject them, and they say to me, "Oh, Mark, I wish I was like you. I want to pack it in there because I'm losing my missus, I'm losing my car. I've had to pawn my bracelet. I've had to, you know what? Just my missus had enough of me. Where I'm kicked out again. It's just not worth it. It really is just have to stay in your own lane, and be committed to just normality.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? When you've got groups, 'cause everyone, like our age, our generation, we're the last generation, really, aren't we? Pubs, clubs. 'Cause you see now, there's hardly any pubs open, is there?
Yeah.
Kids aren't into sessioning and going out the way kind of our age group did. We were uptown all the time. To then go and transition from that to, like, it's our normal life where 7.5 kids and a dog,
Yeah.
9 nightclubs anymore, when that's been your whole life. That's a difficult
You can't
move.
sit there and play with the dogs or whatever. They're like itching, thinking, my mate's in the pub. Oh, I'm not going in there. Yeah, it's
FOMO.
yeah, exactly. Fear missing out, and that FOMO was probably one of the worst things. I hated it. I was thinking no one's talking to me anymore. I'm irrelevant. You know, I've got nothing in common with anyone anymore. It was like that for a while.
They're having so much fun.
Yeah.
Probably not. Well,
Nah.
it's just your head, isn't it?
No. And then I wake up every day and I thought, I feel the same every day. I feel empowered. I've managed to dodge a bullet again. I've got money in the bank. You know what? I don't know that person. And I don't feel ashamed. My missus not on my back saying, you're a disgrace. It's just, you know what? So much self-respect.
Not rough
every day.
Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've got so much self-respect and I'm regaining. Yeah, I love life every day now, and no sobriety is the one. Really isn't. It hasn't. The good thing is it hasn't took a part of my soul. Some people, when I come out of recovery, they're not the same.
Yeah.
I'm literally the same. I went to be the version of who I was before I even drank, and that's who I am.
You said something that I picked up on. I don't know if it was on your Instagram, that you're not the person you was before. I can't remember what it was. You're a better person now after recovery. It's not.
Yeah, because people after recovery, people
think,
after recovery, you're not the same as the person before recovery.
Yeah.
When you people who beat addiction, they're a different version of themselves before they even drank. I'm the same person before I drank. I'm exactly the same as I was. It hasn't took a part of me at all, and I made sure I healed, and I forgive myself, I forgive everybody else, and that's the key, because what's the point coming out of addiction when you're broken anyway? When you're thinking you can't walk past the pub, where you can't, oh God, I really want to do it. Nah, that doesn't bother me anymore. Yeah, it's like that. It's like the addiction never existed. It's deleted out of my body. It's crazy how it's done.
Can you still go into pubs now and just
Yeah,
just go and whatever?
Yeah, and I meet loads of addicts who were clean for like 3-4 years, even 5 years, and they're broken. They'll share themselves and talking about, oh, I can't even walk fast. If I do that, I've got an addictive personality, or I can't look at this. So I'm like, I think the recovery centres do kind of program that into them, so they're not always the best option. To get you off the starting line, I think you're on, but I think you need to go your own way, because it's only you who's got the answers. If you keep reporting back to base, and you're gonna feel like an addict all the time, because it keeps reminding you being an addict. Keep checking in, how you doing, Mr. Portman, whatever, you know what.
Tapping into those feelings again.
Yeah, like it's keep reminding now, like, no, you be your own strength. They've told you what to do with recovery centres. Brum with it, and have the power of yourself, and that's all I say, because you can trip up if you keep checking in.
Yeah.
So
just before we wrap up,
yeah,
slightly off topic or going back, the correlation between dads pushing sons, training, being involved with the boxing, and titles, like Garcia, Usyk. Were you able to share winning the title with your dad?
Yeah, he was obsessed by just contact sports. He was there all the time, and to be honest, when I stopped boxing, didn't really know what to do.
Yeah,
like the bond kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah,
it's, you got to be honest. It's like, you know what, he's still my dad, but he knew me as the fighter, and it's like the bonds. He only knew one thing.
Yeah,
which I'll never say disrespect him about. He just knew how to do one thing. He's taken me to the gym, and that was all. That's all good. If it's to do with the recovery part, or you know what, you need an arm around your shoulder. You say, son, if we lost that, he's like, you need to find your own way. He didn't know how to, but because that's how he's brought up. He had a problem. His dad just said, you know, sort it out yourself.
Yeah.
So, I love that.
So you got to take that whole childhood of being pushed towards it,
Yeah.
and you got to show him a world title at the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been a buzz.
Oh, yeah.
Relationship.
You still
all
talk
that
about
hard
it
work.
Yeah.
definitely. And you do fight through your father sometime to a certain degree. I enjoyed it, but you do.
You clash, don't you?
You do, yeah. Yeah, you do.
See, with the Beckham documentary, didn't it? He was hammering him.
Yeah.
But essentially, David Beckham.
When you get older, you just sort of think, you know what? I'm glad I got pushed that ladder.
Yeah.
You kind of think you missed out on things because your dad's so on you. No.
Yeah. What did I say on? Yeah. What?
That's how it should be.
Yeah. You got to live the
I appreciate discipline because there is none of that.
And you got that adulation, didn't you, of actually living the dream and of
Definitely, yeah.
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 No class. Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate.
If you like this video, please do click to subscribe to the channel. We currently have 5,500 members, over 500,000 views. So let's convert some views into memberships, and that will continue to enable us to bring great guests on and continue making great podcasts. Thanks.